Hello and welcome. This is Yoga Therapy made possible by UCLA Health's Integrative Medicine Collaborative. My name is Julie, and I'm so happy to be here today as your guide. We are going to explore what we can do to switch up the quality of the day, to switch up the moment. So let's start by acknowledging the moment and acknowledge how you feel right here, right now. We'll begin the practice seated in a chair, and without making any change, just notice how you've chosen to sit. And notice again how you are feeling in this moment of time. So we're calling attention before we start, connecting mind to body, emotional, thought processes, linking them all up together, reestablishing a sense of balance so that the mind isn't leading, nor the body. Restoring harmony is the goal of our yoga practice. And from here, let's make sure that we're sitting consciously, looking down at the ground. The feet are hip-width distance, knees on top of ankles, pelvis slightly tilted forward so that the hips press into the chair, hands resting on the thighs, chin slightly tucked back so that the ears are on top of the shoulders, shoulders on top of the hips, adding consciousness to the seated posture. And notice if it feels the same or different from how you were seated when you began. Let's use temperature today to help us center. Leave behind anything that happened this morning. Dedicate the next 30 minutes for focusing on yourself. Temperature of the feet, maybe with shoes or socks around them, maybe not. And now temperature of the top of the head. Notice how you're able to move around on the body. Top of the head temperature. Now bring your awareness to the temperature of the hands. And see if you can't feel a subtle difference between the temperature of the palms of the hands connected to the thighs and the back of the hands. So we are using the body, we are studying the body to help us come into the moment, come into the present. And science now teaches us that when we come into the present, we tend to feel less stress. We tend to feel happier and tend to feel less pain just by coming into the moment. Let's continue to add on to the practice. Continue to sit up as tall as you can and bring your awareness to the breath as you begin consciously breathing in and out. And here you have the option of bringing one hand to your chest and one hand to the abdominal region as you begin the diaphragmatic breathing. Very important for stress reduction. Inhale through the nostrils, exhale through the nostrils. Belly comes back toward the spine with the exhale and comes away with the inhale. Notice you've chosen a rhythm and a pace, and often just by bringing awareness, things tend to slow down. It seems that they're slowing down, but you are actually returning to the pace of nature, using the nature of the body. Sitting up consciously as we honor the way the body was constructed. A few more conscious breaths. Letting the hands rest on the thighs, continue with equal parts inhale and exhale. And now we begin adding another layer. We started with the conscious seating, we added in the breathing. We're still going to practice these two as we add movement. With your inhale, slide the hands forward on the thighs, extend the chin. And with the exhale, slide the hands back and the chin comes toward the chest. Continue on your own, keeping the shoulders soft, dropping them if they feel elevated. Inhale as you lengthen, and exhale as you flex and fold. Every inhale is activation. Every exhale is release. We're doing the same thing with the spine. Inhale, activating, lengthening. Exhale, flexion or folding. One more time, just like this. As you return to the seated neutral posture, bring the hands down to the side of the chair, lateral flexion. Inhale, lift the right arm up, and exhale, reach toward the left. Inhale, reach both arms up and tap, and exhale, reach toward the right. Continue on your own, letting the breath lead. Make sure the hips are pressing into the chair. And the next time you reach toward the left, we're going to hold the pose. A slight bend in both the elbows. That right palm is facing the earth. Light pressure of the fingers together. Look down at the floor and inhale. Exhale, look straight ahead. Inhale. Exhale, look all the way up. And we'll hold this pose. If you feel any tension or pressure, you've exceeded the edge. That's your body's way of telling you without words to back off. If this feels too easy, that's your body's way of telling you that you're shying away from the edge. Maybe think about going a little deeper. With your next inhale, come all the way up, tap the hands. We'll go to the opposite side now. Both elbows bent. Now the right hand is on the chair, the left hand reaching toward the right, looking down at the earth as you inhale. Exhale, look straight ahead. Inhale here. Exhale, look all the way up and hold the pose. And find the edge. Not exceeding, not shying away. Entirely up to you. On your next inhale, lift both arms up. And exhale, press the hands together through the center and keep going. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands come through the center. Last one like this, reach up. And exhale, hands at the center. Take a deep inhale and sigh it out. Inhale, press the palms up, follow with your gaze. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, goal post the arms. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, close the pose, hands in front of the heart. Inhaling and sigh it out. Inhale, circle sweep, reach. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, goal post, palms face the screen. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, close the pose, hands at the heart. Take a deep inhale and sigh it out. Inhale, circle sweep and reach. Exhale, swan dive and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, goal post. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands at the heart. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Let the hands rest on the thighs. Heel and toe motion, creating space between the ankles and the knees. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, we're going to lean toward the left, bringing the right shoulder toward the left knee. Inhale, come through center, and exhale, opposite side. This is your posture. Inhale, come through center, and exhale, opposite shoulder toward opposite knee. Create a rhythm unique to you, unique to the moment. So we have lengthened the spine, and we did some bending, some flexing. We did some lateral flexion, and now we're adding some twisting. Twisting and folding are great for reducing stress. The next time the right shoulder comes toward the left knee, we're going to hold the pose, breathing in and out. You can stay here, or maybe bring the right hand down to the floor. Maybe the palm reaches, or maybe upside down teacup. You can stay here, breathing in and out, or if you need a little bit more, you can lift the left arm up and breathe. Make sure the hips are pressing equally. Take a deep inhale here, and on your exhale, slowly unwind as you return to the neutral seated, wide-legged pose, breathing. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side, but first we're creating a gap and a break and a pause. Taking control back. Take a deep inhale here through the nostrils. And with your exhale, left shoulder comes toward the right knee. And breathe. And once again, you can stay here. The right hand is on the right thigh. Maybe bring the left hand down to the floor, maybe not. Maybe stay as you are. Maybe lift the right arm up. Wherever you are, 3 deep inhales and exhales. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, slowly unwind as you return to the seated posture. With your inhale, circle sweep, reach up. With your exhale, follow the breath down as you come into a fold. Hands can rest on the thighs, below the knees, maybe reaching toward the feet. Let the head hang down as you nod the head, yes. Make sure you're breathing here, breathing into the back of the lung, back of the heart, back of the spine. Remembering that anytime we fold the body, we are also practicing stress reduction. Let the tongue release and the jaw as well. Tuck the chin to the chest as you slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Take a deep inhale and sigh it out. 2 more like that. From here, you have your option of staying in the chair, or you can come down to a yoga mat. Remember that both options are correct. We're going to do a little release for the hip here. So if you're on the mat, bring your hands back behind you, shoulder blades together, and we're going to simultaneously, either chair or mat, windshield wipe. Inhale, center. And exhale, bring the knees to opposite side. So if you're on the chair, you're probably going to slide around a little bit, and that's fine. If you're on the mat, you can stay here seated, or you can come all the way down, tucking the chin to the chest, palms to the earth, releasing the hip. The next time the knees come to the right, we're going to hold the pose, breathing in and out. If you're on the mat and lying down, you can bring your right foot to the left thigh. A little more pressure here. breathing. Wherever you are, take a deep inhale. And exhale, return to neutrality. Feet are wide, space between the ankles. Breathing in and out. Let's go to the opposite side now. Inhale. And exhale, bring the knees toward the left. So if you're on the mat, you're trying to bring the knees as close to the ground as you can. If you're on the chair, you're trying to keep both hips on the chair. And once again, if you're on the mat, maybe bring that left foot, to the right thigh. And make sure you are breathing wherever you are. It's the most important part of the practice. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, slowly unwind and return to neutral. We're going to bring the left leg a little closer to center. And we're going to grab onto the right hamstring. Either seated or on the ground, let's rotate this right ankle. Coming onto your back if you're on the mat. Rotating the right ankle left and right and left. And now come into a hold. Maybe grabbing onto the right shin, extending the left leg, maybe not. If you're on the chair, keep that left knee bent with the left foot right beneath the left knee. So this is a wind relieving pose. It's great for digestion and elimination. And when we practice yoga and we talk about digestion, we're not just talking about what we ate or drank. We're also talking about something we may have seen or heard or saw. Letting go with the release. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, drop the right foot down and return to neutral. Let's go to the opposite side now, grabbing onto the left hamstring, clasping the hands, rotating the left ankle, right and left and right. And now coming into the isometric hold. Chin slightly tucked to chest. If you're in the chair, make sure both hips are connected. Bringing this left knee toward the left armpit. And if you're on the mat, once again, chin to chest, get a sense of lengthening. The right leg could be bent or extended. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, release as you return to neutral. Extend both legs again, heel toe. If you're lying down on the mat, extend the legs. We're practicing the 5-pointed star. Extend the arms out, back of the hands on the floor. If you're on the mat, palms facing the screen. If you're sitting on the chair, taking up as much space as you can, maybe even lengthening in the leg if you're on the chair. Breathing in and out as you get this sense of expansion. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, we're going to make ourselves as small as we can. So if you're on the chair, you can come into a forward fold, or you can clasp both shins. If you're on the ground, coming into Apanasana, making yourself as small as you can, bringing the forehead toward the knee, or maybe lifting the chin. And breathe. Notice this is a much more internal experience. We tend to feel safer. We tend to feel calmer when we go inward. Let's practice these two together. With your inhale, expand. Take up as much space with the star, and with your exhale, squeeze and contract. Continue on your own. Inhale, open, and exhale, close. Choose a rhythm and a pace. Few more just like this. Last one. Coming into the hold. Make sure you're breathing, equal parts inhale and exhale. Maybe in that forward fold if you're on the chair. Wherever you are, tuck your chin to your chest as you slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. We'll practice the fish pose next, cornerstone pose of yoga for heart health. First, demonstrating on the chair, grabbing onto the side or bringing the hands back behind you. The function of the pose is to get a sense of expansion in the chest, maybe extending the legs and maybe lifting the chin. Wherever you are, breathing in and out. If you're on the mat, you want to tuck your elbows in tight, palms are facing upward, extend the legs long, point the toes vigorously, and begin to lift the belly button up as you bring the back of your head to the mat, looking back behind you. Palms are facing each other. Maybe the legs lift, maybe they don't. Let's take 3 deep inhales and exhales. All of us sharing the same air. Take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, release and find a sense of ease. You can sit up and come into easy pose. You can also practice easy pose on your chair. You can sit back on your chair. And if you're on the mat, you can also elevate the legs onto the chair. A lot of options here. We are tapping into your ability to discern, to choose how best to sit in relaxation. Befriending stillness and quiet, letting conscious breathing going. Let it go if you haven't already. We'll be here for about a minute or so. Notice how the breath returns to balance without you having to do a thing. Letting the stillness overcome the heat. And once again, take a moment here and notice how you feel. If you had to choose a word for how you're feeling right now in this moment, what would it be? Practice 3 extended exhales on your own. Inhaling through the nostrils and exhaling through the mouth. Make the exhale as long as you can before inhaling again. After completion, once again, let the respiratory system take over. Once again, returning to the stillness and quiet. We'll use nature today for our guided meditation. Use the power of your mind and the power of your imagination to find yourself in the desert at night. Might be a specific desert or one that you've been to before, or maybe one you've always wanted to go to. It's one of those beautiful desert evenings where it's not too cold, not too hot, just right. Full moon up in the sky above, and stars up in the sky above, the earth below, and you, the element connecting the two. In this desert, there's a body of water, and it is so smooth, so still, that it acts as a mirror, reflecting back the starscape and the moonlight. So smooth you imagine you could walk on it. Pick up a stone or a pebble from the ground and toss it into the body of water, and notice the concentric circles that move away from its center, getting larger and larger until the water once again returns to stillness. For the next minute, keep this water, using the power of your mind, as still as you can. Using the power of the mind to untether from the limitations of the laws of physics and time and place. Take in this beautiful desert evening one last time with a sense of gratitude for stars and moons and bodies of water and sand and stone and you. Notice how you feel in your body when you practice single-minded focus and positivity. And let this feeling encompass you. As you slowly transition from this internal experience to external, using the breath, consciously breathing in and out. If you're lying on the floor, come to the side of your choice slowly. And once again, if you're lying on the floor, tuck the chin to the chest as you spiral up, letting your head be the last thing that comes up as we all meet where we began, in a seated posture, coming full circle, yet in a different place. Bring the hands down by the side of the body. With your next inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Press the palms together, bring them in front of your beautiful heart. Bring the chin toward the chest, bowing the head toward the wisdom of the heart. The teacher in me honors and bows to and respects the wisdom and the teacher in each one of you. Namaste.